Yellow.
Yeah, it's working. I can
Okay,
hear
there
it.
we go. There we go. All right. Sorry, folks. I forgot to check that before we went live. Anyway, we'll fix it in post, right? That's how we do that. Anyway, welcome back. Good to be here. Good to have you. Thank you for stopping by. Really been looking forward to Alien this week. I really need it. So, unfortunately, as you guys can see, our illustrious leader, the unkillable Man of Steel, Tagar, is not with us tonight. We got a message from Eric's lovely wife that he's not feeling too well tonight. So he was hoping he'd be better, but not in time. So we just found that out a few minutes ago. So sorry we're a little bit late tonight, but it's okay. The show must go on, as they say. So hopefully he will be back and better and ready to go next week. Unfortunately, that means the crew is without their best asset, which means there's probably... Hopefully you guys don't get in any combats tonight, because then you won't die. But if there's a combat, there's like a good 45% chance someone's not making it home. So, yeah. Anyway, let's hear from the gang tonight. Started off with Scaarr, bathed in perpetual darkness for a second there. It was cool.
I'm always bathed in perpetual darkness. I'm Scaarr. I'm playing O'Connell. Yes, yeah, right. He came back last sesh.
Yes.
I'm playing Private First Class Eoin O'Connell, who's got a really dope new like artificial limb. I look like Cable. I just need to get some really like heavy like lacerations on my face. On one of my eyes, and I'll be set.
Take care of
that. Yeah. Cruz, get over here. You know.
Just a second, boss.
Cut me.
Yeah, the shaky hand is the one I'm going to use to cut.
Yep. Yeah, please.
Cut me with the hand you take your napper league with.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my drug hand. Okay.
Got the track rod.
But yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay,
I've been punching out some hobbying, man. I've gotten so much done in a short amount of time. I'm gearing up to do another Path to Glory campaign, which is always going to be fun, and try to figure out what roster I'm going to go with. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of hobbying, lots of DBD, 2v8.
Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
been fucking great. And because of the long queue times, we have plenty of time to hobby between matches. I also have gotten a lot of
Probably why I've
hobbying
gotten
done.
so much done.
Yeah. I got a bunch done last night. The Chaos Warriors are almost fully base coated. I think I have 2 colors left, and then we can do the wash, and then they're almost done at that point. So they will definitely be ready in time for Adepticon to fight some of Eric's vampires that we painted 2 years ago, Sean? 2.5 years ago at this point.
It feels like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a while.
If you're into minis, go check out our Tale of 4 Gamers we did about 2 years ago in preparation for Old World. We all painted, well, all of us, 4 of us, painted up some armies to get ready. And I'm glad we did that, because it's nice having actually stuff that's painted, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
It was fun.
and now I feel when I add stuff to the list, it's like I'm adding options rather than I need to have this done so I can play the game. It's like I want to have this done so I can try something else. So it's a good feeling. Funny how both of my armies are the Chaos armies that are at that point now. Weird. I still love my Empire, though. Just takes a lot to paint an Empire army. It's a lot of dudes. Anyway, Sean.
I'm doing Skaven again.
Yeah. We had a joke back at Gabe's workshop where it'd be like, like the guy who's like super enthusiastic about like the basic human army, it'd be like, so what do you like about Empire? I don't know, man. I just like men. And be like, oh wait, that came out wrong. No. So we always used to joke about that. So
Awesome.
But yeah, what's up, man? How are you?
Doing good. Started the new job this week. Been very chill. Did not have any crazy emergencies at work, which I haven't had in any of my previous jobs.
That's new.
Yeah. It's a new feeling to just go to work and be like, oh, everything's not on fire.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so that's nice. I was playing more Dead Rising 2 with Chuck Green, the
Oh,
cooler
yeah.
protagonist.
Dude, have you played that game co-op? It is so much fun.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
back in the day, that was some crazy stuff.
Matt and I played the shit out of that, man. Oh man, so much fun. Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
They just need to, remake Dead Rising 2 now. They did the first one.
Yeah.
It seemed like it went really well. Just-
Did you ever play the DLC where you play as Frank and Chuck together?
No.
Yeah,
No.
there's a DLC and you can play co-op and you control both of them, and you can get a Dr. Wily outfit for Chuck that you can find throughout the DLC,
That's awesome.
like the fucking crazy hair and the big mustache.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. It's so
The
cool.
coat and all of it.
Yep.
Oh, man. Capcom only produces wins. Way to go, Capcom. And I'm playing. Who is this? This guy's Broderick Johnson. He's AFV Marine. He drives cars. Yeah. So.
It's cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I drive a car too.
Me too.
About 5 to 6 days a week. I
Yeah.
fucking hate it. I guess it's not really
If
a
I-
car. It's a RAV4, so it's more of a truck, SUV.
Yeah. It's a leisure vehicle. Yeah. If I could walk to work, I fucking would.
Yeah. When
That's a
I
dream.
worked at the first funeral home, that was like 3 blocks from my house. Man, there's
Oh.
something to be said for having like a 2-minute commute. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
That sounds great.
It was awesome. Yeah. Anywho, Bunnilla, tell us about Reed and yourself and whatever else you'd like to tell us.
Yeah, I'll be playing PFC Viktor Reed. I'm looking forward to having the squad get wiped today since our leader Tagar is gone.
So true.
And not looking forward to seeing which piece of gear I have to try to fix today. So that's gonna be
Oh,
fun.
that's right.
Ah, very good. You remember.
If I don't break it even more.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
But yeah, other than that, I'm ready to enjoy a goddamn 3-day weekend. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
That's good. It's very good. Let's see.
Hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day.
I bought lunch for the office because I was feeling generous, and I wanted people to know that I appreciate all the bullshit they put up with at work. And Lou Malnati's had heart-shaped pizzas, and that felt fitting. So,
I honestly forgot pizza shops do that now for how things are
Valentine's Day.
Hey, it's 2 pizzas I wouldn't have bought otherwise, so I guess it worked.
Did you
Yeah.
also get the heart steaks at like Vaughn's or something like that?
No, what is
Steaks?
Vaughn's? What is Vaughn's?
Oh, that's like our Safeway and all that kind of jazz, like grocery store.
Okay.
So
no.
I don't know what a Safeway is.
I've heard of Safeway, but that we don't really have those around here. So, yeah, it's interesting hearing all these different places. Like, Jeff over on Adventure Lollygagging. I think he lived in Florida back in the day, and he always mentions Publix, which is their jewel. And then when I went to go visit my parents in the summer, I'm like, holy shit, it's a Publix. I know about this. It's exactly like Jewel, except at their deli, they make, at least the one by my parents' place, they make sub sandwiches so
Ooh.
good. Like fresh right there. Like
That sounds really good.
primo. Yeah, very, very good. It's kind of like
And the
how at our
ones we-
Jewels, you can go get they've got the chicken,
Mhm.
like the one by my place every Monday is Cheap Chicken Mondays. Get it? Cheap. So you get
Yes.
a whole 2 chickens for like $6.
Wow.
And yeah, it's really good. So shout out
They,
to
like,
Publix
dainty
sub
little-
sandwiches.
Dainty little chickens?
No,
or-
you get I guess not 2 chickens. It's 1 chicken because you get 2 legs, 2 thighs, 2 wings, and 2 breasts.
Okay.
But you can get fried or grilled, and it's like $5.99. That's really
Damn.
pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
cheap as fuck.
it is. So, also shout out to the sushi guy at Jewel too. Some Jewels have sushi guys now, and it's actually quite good and not overly expensive. So, anywho, I'm your host, the Great Unclean One, and been doing a lot of hobbying this week, as we said, working on some Chaos Warriors. I got, you guys can check in our Discord, I got some 3D printed Neomorphs and Abominations. I'll be painting those up for the event I'm going to be running at Adepticon this year. So that, I'm looking forward to that. Just got the Abominations today and cleaned them off. Hopefully got rid of all the resin release agent. They were very, very, like, sticky. So hopefully that fixed it. And what else? Lots of Dead by Daylight, 2v8 mode, Resident Evil chapter. Good shit.
Ooh.
So, very exciting. Anyway, that's really all. Actually, we've released our very first Patreon-only game that we recorded. At this point, it's been about 2 years ago, called Tales from the Old World. If you liked Gallows Geist, if you've liked our Warhammer stuff, check it out. Episode 2 just dropped. By the time you hear this, or at least the recording, if you hear the recording, it'll be a couple weeks. But we've got about 16 episodes that'll be coming out once a week on, obviously, Warhammer Wednesdays. So check that out. We got a brand new cast of characters, and Sean is on there, along with the Frog and the Redbeard Kyle, and then some old friends as well that we've had on the channel in the past. So, it takes place in the same timeline continuity as Gallows Geist. We even revisit some locations around the town of Ubersreich, and we see a little bit of the fallout from some of the stuff the Geists were up to in our very first campaign. So, it seems like it's been doing well. We almost broke our record of weekly downloads last week, and it is very much because of Tales from the Old World. So, thank you guys. Appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it. I've been listening to it myself. It's been a really long time, and apologize for some of the audio issues, but otherwise I'm pretty excited about it. It sounds pretty good, and it feels like a fun adventure. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Yeah, it's cool stuff. Trip down memory lane, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, tonight we are back in the year 2187. It is the Frontier War. Lots of crazy shit's been going on, and we'll do a little recap of last week. So, last we left, you guys had returned from your previous mission, where you had captured the head of the UPP's bioweapons program, Dr. Balaz, along with getting a bunch of data and samples and things like that. You then had a chance to sit down as a group and kind of discuss some of the things that have been happening. O'Connell got a new arm to replace his severed limb after having it amputated after he was infected by the black goo from courtesy of Maitland. What else happened? O'Connell got a message from Ishigara that had basically pointed out that, not a whole lot had been going on lately. That's why he hadn't been in touch. But he had been going over his notes again and started looking more deeply into, what was his name? Gannon?
Gannon? Yeah.
Is it Keith? Kent? Kent
Kyle?
Gannon? I think it's Kent Gannon. Basically, had pointed out that, he had discovered he was an insurance rep for the company, but then upon kind of re-looking over his notes, couldn't find him anywhere, as if he'd never actually been even working for Weyland-Yutani. Very strange, he pointed out. He said he would try to look into it, see if he could find anything else about it, but he wanted to let you guys know about that. He had also asked if you guys... Well, I guess O'Connell, because that's what he messaged, but he had asked if O'Connell was going to be attending the summit, which is something new that you guys haven't really heard of before. And then you guys talked to Maitland, who said he would like access to the network so that he can get in touch with Mishka, because you guys had heard from Chimera Squad, now that they were back from their mission, a couple things that happened. One, Lieutenant Casados was not on the mission with them as you had been told. They had also been told something similar. Turns out she has been reassigned, but Roy is unable or unwilling to give you any more information about that. They explained that they had been sent back to GJ1230AB, where our first mission took place, and they had been sent to the Grandi Domes, the habitats near Sonderdach Mine, because apparently that's where the cult of the Children of the Two Divines had been making their primary base of operations. What's up, Xenocide? Welcome back. Thanks for coming on in, man. Good to have you. Oh, you subscribed too? Thank you so much.
King.
What a king. Very, very nice. Very generous.
Gender neutral royalty.
So you had... I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Grandi Domes. You had Chimera Squad said they had been sent there because apparently that's where the cult was making their base, and they were sent in to apprehend them. However, upon getting there, it appeared the cult had picked up and left rather quickly, and there is now rumors that they must be up to something big because that was clearly where they were setting up shop. Maitland believes this to be true as well, and said if you guys could give him access to the network, he could try to reach out to Mishka on the, for lack of a better term, Android dark web of the network, where they had first met, and where humans cannot really go. He said if you do this, he could potentially find out what the cult is up to, and if you are willing to reunite him with Mishka, he said that he can divulge some further information on Deep Void. What that information is, you are not sure, but he seems to indicate that it would be of great importance and interest to you guys. So, we kind of last left where you guys were deciding whether or not to give Maitland access to the network. The consensus seems to be yes. You're going to try to have Herschel observe and monitor while he does this before you get sent on to your next mission. You're currently in dry dock at Mount Tithonius to get the U.S. Tambatam repaired after a lot of damage it took in your last fight. So you've had some downtime to get some of this stuff figured out. And we ended with Cruz speaking with his cousin, Secretary de la Cruz, and kind of giving her the lowdown of what's been going on lately. So, said she's going to look into it further and get back to you when she can. Try to find out where Lieutenant Casados has been sent. I think that's everything, unless I missed anything. Cult, Summit, De La Cruz, Ishigara, Kent Gannon, new arm for O'Connell. I think that's about it.
I think so.
So, we return to the Tambatam, where you guys have been deciding whether or not to give Maitland access to the network. So, we'll pick it up there. If there's anything anybody wants to do, otherwise, we'll dive right in. Cool.
No,
not everybody at
yeah.
once.
No, I just still don't trust him. But, I mean, Tagar wanted to go through with it, so...
And Tagar's not here to say no, so I think that's what Tagar would want.
Yep.
Should we start there, then, with Maitland?
I think so.
Okay. So, O'Connell, you are in the lab with Herschel. You guys are getting things set up. You've decided to keep this from Staff Sergeant Zimborski because you don't know if he's in on any of this stuff or not. When you asked him about Casados, he gave you a very typical military answer. You don't need to know. Whether that's because you don't need to know or he doesn't know, you're not sure. So you've kind of kept things just between the squad right now. So, with that in mind, O'Connell, you're helping Herschel get things set up. You have basically got one of the rooms where you guys can send your messages, your private messages to family and things like that. You're basically kind of setting this up, and he's getting things ready where you guys will be able to plug Maitland in, and then he can eventually get access to the network. Would you please give me a observation roll, O'Connell?
You are muted, sir.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, give me 1 sec. I meant to tell you to delete this freaking duplicate character sheet that keeps throwing me off, but shit.
Everything all right over there, Chief?
Yeah, I had saved machinery. I had saved a screenshot of the character sheet so I know which is which. I can't find it. Fuck. All right, I'll just do this. Observation.
Okay.
No success.
All right, do you wish to push?
Yeah, why not? 1 success.
Okay. So you guys are getting things set up in here. Some of this is basic stuff, easy that you understand, but there's some stuff that he's setting up that is like a little unusual or different to you. But you notice that he's a bit more quiet than he normally is. He seems kind of focused on the task. He's not making some of the small talk that he normally does.
Everything okay, Horschel? Is something on your mind, or?
I'm sorry, what? Sorry, I was... no, everything's fine, O'Connell.
For us, for an unofficial person, you seem awfully distracted, which seems a bit odd.
Do I?
That's why I said it. Yeah.
He looks a little perplexed as to how to respond to that. You see, he just kind of like looks back down at what he's doing, and you can tell he's like kind of trying to avoid the subject.
Horschel, you can talk to me. You've already told me some things in confidence. You can trust me. You're a member of the squad. I look at you as a member of the squad. Dare I say, friend?
He actually does kind of crack a smile when you say that. He says, I feel the same with all of you as well. Well, it's just, well, you weren't, I guess you didn't really see, when the squad came back from the last mission, so, well, I was thinking about what you had said back when we were at the club, and well, I was gonna talk to Jennifer, but I decided against it. I think it's just gonna cause problems.
I mean, It could also cause problems, you not addressing things that are obviously weighing heavy on you. Bring you out of focus. May do you some good getting it off your chest. For better or worse.
No, I think I think it's best if I don't complicate things.
Why? Because the Corporal's been looking at her a little bit?
You can tell he tries to play it off like that's not it, but he has a very poor poker face in this regards. You can't tell if he's like embarrassed because maybe there's some jealousy, or if he's, just trying to be respectful. It's hard to tell.
There's a lot of things that might, come across people's mind when they're in a situation of life and death, when they're in the Corps. And there's a lot of things that don't. And I don't mean to offend you, but some people, it doesn't even cross their mind the prospect of having a relationship with an artificial person. Maybe if it was brought to their light, they would see that they do have feelings. And I'll tell you another thing. Because we're in the Corps, you may never see her again after every mission. And then you're going to have that regret of never knowing how she would have acted. What's the saying? Better to have loved than whatever. I don't know. I'm not a poet.
You see,
I'm a comedian.
Thinks thoughtfully for a moment. He's like, I believe it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all.
That's the one.
It looks like he's about to respond, and then there's a knock at the door, and you can tell it's like a knock you guys have been using to designate it's the rest of someone in the squad, and you see that the rest of the gang is there, and they've got Maitland's head in this duffel bag, so no one sees them carrying him around, and you see Tagar, Cruz, Reed, and Weaver. All right, you ready?
Yeah. More on this later, Hoisha, okay?
And Herschel's just like, yes, we're ready. I think so. So, you guys all crowd into this room. With all of you in here, it's a little crowded, but there's space. And Weaver's got the duffel bag with Maitland's head. She puts it on the table, opens it up, and you see Herschel takes the head out and says, all right, are we ready?
Get her done.
All right. So he puts the head on the chair where you would normally sit, and he plugs in a few cables. He basically gets Maitland back online. You see his eyes flutter, and he gives you guys a wry smile. Hello, Cerberus squad.
God, you're creepy.
Is it because I don't have a body, O'Connell? Just a talking head?
And that's part of it. I don't know if I'm what I am, more creeped out by you, or just the overwhelming feeling to put your head on a fucking pike.
You could always give me a new body, and then perhaps the creep factor would be reduced.
No, I like my other idea.
That Kendrick Lamar smile.
I see that we're ready to proceed.
Yeah.
Good.
Get this party started, I guess. Before I change my mind.
I'm already changing mine.
Herschel looks over to you. He's like, all right, we're online. And you see another smile kind of comes across Maitland's face, and he says, ah, yes. There it is. Just a moment. I just need to access the more prohibited parts of the network. And there's a few moments of silence. Herschel's monitoring some things. He's plugged in like Call is in Alien Resurrection, where she's got the thing jacked into her arm, and you can tell he's like trying to monitor stuff. And Maitland's eyes kind of start to like go backwards, kind of like when Andy starts glitching out in Romulus, and you see that Herschel's basically kind of narrating like what's going on or what's happening, and he's like, okay, he's searching right now. I think he's trying to make contact. A few more moments go by. He's like, okay, I think he's found her. And there's obviously some back and forth. And this goes on for several long, agonizing minutes that seem like they just do not end. But for the most part, it seems like everything is normal. There's nothing weird or strange going on. And I just need to make a few rolls here.
Oh no.
Where's my
Here we go.
character sheet? Let's just set the Tambatam to self-destruct. And yeah, it's totally fine. Eventually, seems to come to an end. No alarms go off. No, Herschel's like, everything seems fine. All systems nominal. And eventually, Maitland's eyes unroll. He gives you guys a big smile. He says, all right, we're done. I told you no ill would come of this. You're all still breathing, aren't you?
For now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
So do we need him anymore, or
he looks to Herschel. He says, thank you, brother. Appreciate the assistance. And Herschel kind of looks over to you guys and to Tagar, like, kind of like, what's next?
Hey, O'Connell.
yeah?
Do you think we should run just a minor diagnostics on Herschel to be sure? Nothing downloaded into him from this fucking creep smiling at us?
He's right here in the room. What do you think, Herschel?
I would not be opposed to it, if you feel it's necessary. Maitland says,
so.
Caution.
by all means, I understand we all have trust issues here. Please go
I look
ahead.
at my arm and scorn at that.
I would like to remind you, Maitland, you were the one that started these trust issues.
All you had to do was let me leave, Private. But that's water under the bridge, as they say, so let's look to our joint future, shall we?
Yeah.
By all means, run a diagnostics. Run several if you like. I have not disturbed your synthetic in any way.
Yeah, well, it's better safe than sorry. He is part of the military, you know?
Indeed. He's like so many secrets with the UA. Rather exciting sometimes. I see why you humans do it.
Yep. Really hate it. Gonna be honest.
Reed, you want to give me a hand with this?
Yeah, you got it.
Alright, give me a Comtech roll, please.
I'm so
Damn. Nice.
Alright, so you run a diagnostic over Herschel. You have him run one on himself, and nothing comes up irregular.
He's clean.
All right, that's one piece of mind.
I told you.
Well,
Good
just
thinking,
because you
Noreen.
told us doesn't mean you didn't just do something sly. So, we gotta look out for our boy Herschel here.
Yeah, you also told us that you don't know what happened to you, Doctor. And, you also told us that you're incapable of killing humans, and you told us a lot of things. Shut the fuck up.
Fair.
Got a point.
You were going to tell us some stuff about Deep Void?
Well, you get the information for Deep Void when I'm reunited with Mishka. I believe the deal here was to see if I could make contact with her and find out what the cult is up to, no?
Sure.
Well, I have made contact, but she was a bit reluctant to divulge any information considering my current predicament. But I can tell. There's definitely something going on.
Maybe because she knows she murdered somebody?
Haven't we all?
Why does it feel like we're reading between the lines here, Maitland?
Well, can you really blame her? I don't think she's going to divulge every part of the plan, especially when I'm in the UA's capable hands.
And for the fucking record, no, we haven't all murdered somebody. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Really, you have 0 confirmed kills on all of your deployments, O'Connell?
Killing in war is not murder. You have to do it it's all lawful. That's all lawful killings. You're a cold-blooded fucking murderer.
So where does
The
that
difference.
Where does that put Sergeant Schmidt on the scale?
Owen has nothing to say to that. I know
I
a
would
very
say-
rare
I would
moment
say
of like
murderer.
silence.
Yes, let's not split hairs, as they say.
Logical debates with sin always goes well. So did we get any actionable intel from this meeting?
I think Mishka will be willing to make an exchange when she is ready.
What exchange did you propose?
Me to her, and my Deep Void knowledge to you. Everything I know about the project, including some of the people behind it.
I don't know. We know an awful lot. I'm not sure that's a fair trade.
But you don't know what I know, O'Connell. Of that I'm certain. And before you think of deactivating me and trying to get the data yourself, I have precautions in place. Any attempt to permanently deactivate me or remove my memory cores, they will self-delete. You will never get this information. And I can guarantee you it will help you turn the tide of this war. It will give you answers that you are seeking. But only when I am returned to Mishka. There are a few pieces of the puzzle you still don't have, and I do.
Can I do an observation to see if he's being truthful about those self-deleting memory cores?
Sure.
One success.
Where's his character sheet? Just
He will push that.
okay.
Okay, 2 successes. Okay. Yes.
Hard to tell. Could be bluffing, could be telling the truth. So, do we have a deal?
I don't think we really have a choice, guys.
Yeah, I just...
Well, you have a choice, Private. You can be left in the dark to flounder about and try to figure this out on your own, or I can help you get that last hurdle passed over.
Right, that's kind of why I'm inferring we don't really have a choice. If we don't want to be floundering in the dark. So. I'm saying, we should go with it. Personally,
I would like to suggest that we have this conversation in a different room, perhaps. Turn this shit can off.
This is a negotiation, O'Connell. Can't negotiate.
I'm gonna turn them off just to make
parties.
me feel better in a second.
Yeah, but we need to figure out what we're gonna negotiate, okay? You need to just relax there, buddy boy.
Very well.
I think at this point we just kind of step out of the room.
Sure, you can do that.
He's on a power source, right? So that he can talk.
I'm pull the plug.
I mean, you could turn him off if you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would do it like if he was in mid-sentence.
Okay. I don't know why you're so mean to this
All
guy,
right.
man.
Oh yeah, I have no idea why.
just shot me with the goo.
Even if he's off, I kind of still want to step out of the room.
Sure.
Just creeps me out.
just powered off with a smile.
All right, so what are we talking about here? Like, let's really evaluate the consequences of handing this shit back over.
Well, we're going behind the Marine Corps' back on this, so that's option one.
Yeah.
That's narrative one.
Weaver's like, I think we're well beyond that, rookie.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think in all fairness, it's more like the other way around, to be honest. We've kind of, the Marine Corps has kind of gone, on our back, whatever the fuck he said.
And it's, I think we're beyond the point of no return at this rate.
Yeah, there's a cancer in the core right now that we gotta cut out.
It seems like it's pretty widespread.
It just seems like it's pretty up high.
Weaver says, so I guess the first thing is, do we think he's telling the truth? Does he actually have information that we don't have that can really blow this thing open?
He might.
I don't believe anything he says.
Well, we don't have to believe what he says, but like, he worked with those doctors and was part of it. Seems like this project.
Yeah.
He has to have some kind of access to information we didn't get.
Yeah, I mean, who's to say he even gives us the information when we give him to Mishka? He should just unleash a queen on us.
I want to talk to Mishka.
Well, if we want to meet Mishka, handing him over is a good way to do it.
Well, I think it'd be best to try to get a talk before then.
I mean, we could try, but I feel like that's going to be real difficult.
I'm gonna close the door so you can come potty.
None of this adds up. He says he wants to give us information that will end the war. Theoretically, that's going to be able to allow us to... That's going to ramp up the production of these fucking monsters within the UA. And that's going to empower, potentially, the forces that are going behind the back of the UA to make it all happen. Obviously, all this is unsanctioned shit. We don't give him, and if we give him away, he's another fucking force for these cultists that are trying to also push these monsters into space.
Well, remember, him and Mishka don't really care about the cult. They just want to go to this planet of engineers and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but he also said he's very curious about all of it. They are sitting back in encouraging all this to happen. Out of curiosity, out of some twisted fucking scientific curiosity. Honestly, I hate to say it. I hate to fucking say it, but the more we have dove into this, the less the UPP is looking so much like an enemy. You shut the fuck up, Cruz, okay? You're never gonna hear me say that again.
I mean, hey, listen. I think you're probably a little right. Like, we were all on that last mission. Our guys dropped bioweapons on, like, a civilian location. And then,
Right. I got a crazy thought. I need
Okay.
to make sure everybody's cameras are off. I mean, I'm sure we're all off right now.
I'm not
We're
wearing my
talking about
camera
shit
since-
that would easily get us
you
court
guys are
martialed.
just in your fatigues. You're not in like full armor walking around on deck, you know.
I turned off my body cam.
Yep.
So we have some kind of, like, it almost seems like a coup going on within the UA right now. Separate entities, potentially. We have, the lieutenant doesn't know what the fuck is going on. And did you tell us, Cruz, that you're...
Yeah, I would, like, relay all my conversations with my cousin.
Yeah, and like, we have contacts as high up as your cousin that don't know what's going on. So that sounds like a coup to me. Unsanctioned experiments that are putting Marines at risk, innocent civilians at risk.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a fucking coup to me. And we've had some words with some UPP, who aren't really keen on all this either, even what their side is doing.
Right.
You would expect them to open fire on us without a chance of talking, and you know, especially with what's her name, General Vaughn? Or no.
Vuvu.
Boo-boo.
Vuvu, there you go.
Exactly my point.
We've run into her
What if-
several times now.
What if we see where that relationship could lead? As I hate to fucking say it. I hope my boys aren't watching over me, conspiring to work with UPP right now. But I think stakes are getting too high.
Yeah. Also remember, like, those bioweapons were made by, supposedly, Dr. Babic, who works for WayU. So, if it's not sanctioned by UA, and WayU's making it, why
Yeah,
do we
which reminds me, I read that report. How did you guys not just fucking disappear this man?
Keep in mind, he claimed that he formerly worked for Weyland-Yutani, and he does not work for them anymore.
Mm.
And you have not found any specifically strong evidence that suggests that Deep Void is necessarily
WayU.
run by WayU. There's definitely crossover, but you don't have any
Okay.
hard evidence that suggests it's primarily WayU or it's like a WayU operation.
Okay. Yeah, my notes just said from WayU, so I will...
But we know this man is responsible for the experiments that have cost Marine lives.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
should have found a knife in his back midway through that session. Y'all are lucky I was fucking out cold.
Well, I don't want to, get sent to prison right then and there when we're not done with this, investigation we're doing here.
I mean, things happen all the time in the field.
We had direct orders though from
General Vaughn.
General Vaughn.
It's a rough one to try to get around if we did something wrong and got him killed.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time O'Connell's heard of General Vaughn being involved, right?
Yeah, I would think so, because you were not.
Yeah, because this. Well, I mean, you probably know this, but to reiterate, she's the one that gave the briefing for the last mission through the holo projector thing.
Right.
It was like a recorded message. So you would know that she's the one that gave it. It wasn't Spears this time. It wasn't Roy. And she specifically said, although she kind of made it like a joking thing, she said, obviously she didn't say, oh, this is Dr. Babic from Deep Void, but she said, he's an important, virologist, bring him back in one piece. So,
Yeah.
Why didn't we get? Why didn't Spears give this mission? Why is Vaughn stepping in?
No idea. Couldn't really ask questions because it was just a recording.
Because whatever it is has to be above Spears, which would be Vaughn. So it's got to be something big.
All right, you know what? I know you guys are gonna disagree with this, but I think I should do it. I think I should try to reach out to Schmidt one more time. He's under Spears now. He might have some insight on this. I can easily talk to him without giving away anything crucial. I'm gonna respect y'all's doubts. I mean, they're understandable, but I feel like it's a value resource that we're not tapping.
Okay, so also, at one point during the mission, without turning off our body cams, there was discussion of Schmidt and the fact that he was sending us information.
Oh, Joy.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah. So he might also just not be a good resource right now. Because if Roy sent that information, or like the recordings to Vaughn or Spears, then Schmidt.
I could potentially track that and see if these recordings got sent out of base.
Yeah,
or where they
if
might
they
have got
haven't,
sent.
then maybe we can talk to Schmidt.
Okay. See what I can do. If it's too risky, I won't do
You
it.
can see Weaver's rolling her eyes so hard at the mention of Schmidt.
Yeah, I know, Weaver. I know. Take an Alka-Seltzer or something. It'll be all right.
Because we don't have those on base. We have the budget brand Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah, she just flips you the bird.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, regardless of Schmidt, my proposal is to try to see if we can reach out to Vuvu. It's risky, but I feel like we can trust him more than fucking Spears at this point, let alone Vaughn. I don't know what the fuck Vaughn's doing now, and you'd think she had something better things to do.
Yeah. Okay. So we reach out to Vuvu somehow.
Eric's gonna love this when he gets back.
I
know that he was really hostile with Vuvu.
I believe Broderick has Vuvu's information as far as a way to contact her. If I recall.
We got her digits, dude.
Oh yeah.
I think basically, yeah,
hey.
for lack of a better term.
Okay. Well, obviously, our corporal will have to send the message, on behalf of us. It'll be thought out, I'm sure, and civil, and written by Game Mother.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Because the way that conversation left back on O'Bannon's world very much was kind of like, Broderick, if you want to talk, I'm willing to talk. So, based on what you know of Vuvu, you would think if someone else tried to contact her, it might not go as well.
Yeah, she just asked Spit to contact her.
I don't even know what you said.
Yeah, same. I'm just ignoring it.
I think
he said to let Schmidt contact her.
Oh. Yes.
We still got to make sure Schmidt's not compromised.
He's
Yeah.
going to call them both up and then put them on the phone with each other.
All right.
Well,
I want to see you guys get into a death match. Please kill each other.
Well, yeah, let him reach out to her then. That's a good point. Maybe we're not keeping secrets. I don't know where the fuck our squad leader is right now, but I think he said he had to go take a diarrhea dump, or his exact words. But it might be best if it doesn't come from him, given the last encounter. And I can try to do some digging on Schmidt in the meantime.
Okay, but are we gonna at least temporarily agree to Maitland's request?
On the surface, I
Yeah.
would say, yeah.
At this point, I don't see it a negative, but maybe if we can set up a meeting with Vuvu and coordinate with the UPP to capture Mishka. These fucking cultists.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, cool. Let's go shake hands with that devil.
It doesn't have any
What?
friends, so
Okay, so Broderick, you're gonna try to contact Vuvu, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Broderick's gonna need to be brought up to speed on all of this, though.
That's a good point. Broderick does not know a lot of what you guys have been up to, so how do you guys request him to do this? How much do you reveal to him?
And I just want to
Are you
confirm,
fucking
I
mad,
am
Broderick?
not a plant.
well, now I don't trust you at all.
Not to your knowledge. Until it turns out you were a secret android the whole time and you didn't know about it.
No.
You were a replicant the whole time.
So cool.
And it turns out Tagar's actually a Blade Runner who's been hunting you all this time. And it turns out it's all a dream!
The top I spin doesn't stop. I'm locked in Inception.
Yeah, so O'Connell and Reed, we'll assume you guys need to tell Broderick. Or if you want Weaver to do it, she'll do it.
Yeah, she's not exactly a wizard with words. Horsham wouldn't be a bad way person to explain it too. I missed a lot.
You can have Herschel talk to him if you want.
You know, yeah, I missed a lot. I was out for a good chunk there.
Well, you probably haven't filled Broderick in on much since
O'Bannon's.
O'Bannon's world. So
Oh shit.
basically, do you guys want to do the conversation with him, or do you want me to do the conversation with him?
Well, I'm trying to think if there's any reason why we wouldn't let him know everything.
Yeah, it's totally up to you. I mean, he was on a mission or two with you, so
Yeah.
He's a part of the squad.
Why isn't
Yeah.
our leader here to discuss this?
Tagar's in briefings right now. Can't reach him.
Briefings.
Yeah.
He's working closely with that toilet.
Yeah, slipped
Feeling
on a
the
little
garlic.
laxative as a joke.
A little joke laxative between friends.
Like the guard in Metal Gear Solid.
I was gonna say like in Dumb and Dumber, but yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, that poor fucking toilet.
All right, so you meet up with Broderick. What do you tell him?
Everything. I don't see any reason not to. Part of the squad. We've already all have pretty much a blood pact as a squad, even if he hasn't necessarily been on the missions. It's a squad against the world.
Now he's
So
part of the
close.
Blood Pact, whether
Yeah,
he wants
yeah,
to be or
whatever.
not.
Oh, I would have said no.
Yep.
Alright. Cut my hand and
Want to be part of something super secret? No? Too bad.
No. Oh, god damn it.
I don't know.
Stepping
I
into
just
these
in my
cults.
mindset, because we aren't playing all of our backups at once, is that they're more or less all a part of kind of what's going on within the squad simultaneously.
That's
Tight.
fine. I don't mind. Okay. Broderick, you're brought up to speed.
You know, would it be a
Basically,
bad
you
thing
get
to-
like a 4-hour exposition info dump.
Okay, guys, I just gotta say, what the fuck?
So basically, we're screwed,
Yeah.
and it's all in your hands. You know.
and now you're screwed with us. But
Cool.
anyways, we need your help.
You
Yeah,
couldn't
so
have left me out of this?
We
just
just-
a minor.
We just need you to reach out to a high-ranking commander of the enemy that we're actively at war with.
Yeah, just minor possible charges of being a
Sedition,
traitor.
Conspiracy.
Yeah,
Okay.
definite execution if we're discovered. No biggie.
Conspiracy
Yeah,
to
and-
commit treason.
And this high-ranking UPP person is someone you guys have met and pissed off a couple times before.
Well, yeah, you better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
but I
I
was nice
mean,
to her.
Schmidt, Schmidt did definitely.
Yeah.
I would say that Tagar was more like, just indifferent.
Okay.
She's maybe a little standoffish, but she's pretty level-headed. Honestly, I wasn't too nice to her either, but she seems down. She seems grounded.
Yeah, I
She's
didn't piss her
she's
off.
not
I know-
blinded by any kind of, dare I say, blind prejudice like maybe I might have to own up to.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the mission we were on. You were pretty hardcore against us working together, but that's fine. People change. Glad to see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we know who the rats are more or less at this point, and I don't think it's going to be on the low level where we are.
Yeah. All right. I will, I guess, reach out and send a message. See if,
Okay.
what are we trying to meet up?
I think that's
Well,
kind of
let's-
hard to do.
That might be
Get some
difficult.
kind of
But,
let's get some kind of dialogue going first, maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you send a message basically requesting correspondence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, definitely seen some things over the past couple months, and I can definitely understand where you're coming from, and I think there's some merit in us, communicating, trying to figure a way out.
Yeah, we should definitely get Elijah to encrypt any kind of communication you try to attempt, though.
Yeah. We'll have Elijah.
Well, why don't you have Elijah give us a comtech roll here to do that?
Yep, buddy.
I
Okay.
will assist him,
Hey, boy.
Okay.
even though he doesn't need it.
Right. You actually make it harder for
Holy
Elijah?
Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You send the message off. An agonizing several days goes by, waiting. And then finally, you do indeed get a response. All the response
Fuck you.
is it's an emoji of a middle finger. No, the UPP for life, bro. The message is simply a comms frequency and a date and a time.
Okay.
And at first, it's basically just numbers. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then you realize after a couple things and maybe asking the synths, because they can compute this stuff a lot faster, they're like, oh, I believe this is, date, coordinates, blah blah blah, sort of thing. So, well, not coordinates, not to meet somewhere, but I will be available on this comm frequency at this time on this day.
Okay. Great.
So, eventually that day comes. The time comes. You are squirreled away somewhere on the Tambatam. Is it all of you or just Broderick?
I would tell them.
Well, I mean, is everybody going to be on the call with her, or is it just going to be Broderick?
It might be prudent to show that this is a joint effort, not just Project alone.
Yeah, maybe she'll
And
be more open to seeing.
Tagar's not here to
people.
argue, so
Schmidt is no longer with us.
yeah.
Well,
Tagar
she knows
can be
that.
on
You
the
guys,
call.
you guys told her that in the last time. Okay. All right. Well, to make a long story short, you get her on some sort of hologram vid call.
So maybe a little bit before that,
Oh, okay.
so just between us, what are we going to tell her? Do you want to give her the 4-hour info dump?
I'll be right back. Keep going.
Well, okay. So she kept every time we encountered her, she kept emphasizing that we have no clue and that yada yada.
Our people started
So-
this, yeah.
Well, she kept implying that we were just being puppets and that we didn't know what was really going on. So I think a good sign to get things started is to pump her up by
Apologize.
saying she was right.
Yeah,
I didn't
apologize
say
and
that.
say she's
I
right.
mean, then
Oh, apologize.
whatever. I mean,
Did you kill one of her guys?
did she kill one of ours? It's war.
I don't think she actually killed any of ours.
I'm sure she has killed Marines. I have no doubt in my mind she is
Talking about on O'Bannon's world.
Honestly, I don't remember. It was kind of a blur.
Okay.
I tried to save one. I can tell you that. Until I watched, fucking Michael Myers go crazy on one of them. But regardless, I can't talk. I'm still struggling with some demons. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to contain myself. I haven't really ever told you guys, but a long time ago, I used to have my own command, and I lost more or less all my guys to UPP in a really horrible way. And I don't know if I can swallow that.
Okay.
But I'll be on the call.
Sure.
Yeah, open with that, and then just let him know that there is some kind of conspiracy that we think has gotten out of control on our end.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure things are getting dicey on hers, and that we can mutually agree that the measures being taken in the war right now are just dishonorable in every measure to a soldier. And not how war should be conducted, and that it's gonna hurt more a lot than it helps in the long run.
Yeah.
For both of us. And maybe cooperate somehow.
All right. So, you get Vuvu on the line. The vid screen comes up, and you see her familiar face. And she has a bit of a stern look on her face. She can see that there are several of you there. This is a surprise.
Yeah. Well, good to see you. Yeah. How have things been going in the UPP?
Glorious as ever. You?
Well, not great. The more we've gone through with our missions, the more it seems like you were right, time again. Our people do, it seems, are that they're the ones who started this.
She nods solely to that.
So, at this point, it seems like it's getting out of control. Some high-level conspiracy in the UA. Even people in our government don't know what the UA is doing. So it seems like it's unsanctioned, but they're still just doing it.
Not surprised to hear something like that. Things like that happen over here, too.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to see if there's a way we could start working together to try to uncover this and keep both of our peoples safe from all this bioweapon stuff.
I'm listening.
All right. So you know that Metrotat research base you guys were looking for at Synth, Mishka? Yeah. Well, we have a synth who's in contact with her, and we're trying to set up a meeting. She seems to know a lot about your guys' stuff as well as ours. But if we can maybe set up a joint effort to capture them.
Okay. And who is this synth that you're speaking of?
His name is Maitland.
how and why was he in contact with Mishka?
It seems like they both have a shared desire to go to some planet for some species called the Engineers. From what he said, that's the end goal of Mishka and him.
She asks a couple other questions, like how did they, meet, that sort of thing.
Yep, Broderick will be truthful.
Give her those details, okay, yeah, rather than
Yeah.
stating something we've already talked about a couple times. Okay.
Yeah.
So you fill her on some of that. She seems satisfied. All right. Would be prudent to get Mishka back. Although, damage has already been dealt. But my superiors would like to have her back under control. Deactivated. Most likely.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Her knowledge of Project Marana and Project, or the Dark Star program are in depth, to say the least. Okay. So we set something up and we capture them. Then what?
Honestly, I don't have much from that. Not working with a lot of information that we can confirm. But,
Well, you say that you and your squad have realized that your superiors have been lying to you. Have
Yeah.
you been able to determine who exactly that is?
might be Colonel Spears, might be General Vaughn. Whenever we go on these suspicious missions, it's one of them that wakes us up from cryo and has us going on and doing stuff.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
I don't know much about Spears. I've heard his name. I know he's a part of that wound soldier program you have.
Yeah.
But I know of General Vaughn. Known about her for a long time. She has a history with the UPP. Seems obsessed with crushing us under her heel.
Mm.
So, if she is involved, or even if she wasn't involved, certainly wouldn't mind seeing her brought down a peg or two.
Well, if things go well, hopefully that'll happen.
Why come to me with this?
I'll look at the squad. I'm going to be honest, I was brought up to speed only a few days ago, so...
Why risk everything? This conversation alone could have both of our heads.
We're already risking it just reaching out to Mishka using Maitland, so what's going the extra mile?
Like I said the first time we worked together, you seem to actually care about the people.
I
The
do.
list of people we can trust is thinning by the day.
Strange times indeed, then, if you think, if I'm on that list.
I said I wouldn't talk, but I'm gonna.
Is that wise?
I may not like the UPP and things they have done, but I recognize a fellow soldier. You don't have any kind of bullshit behind your eyes, best way I could put it. You're fighting for your country like we are. Well, I guess it's not country. It would be... Fuck, I don't even know what you'd call it. Organization. your people.
With every fiber of my being.
One thing that I would like to cut across in an agreement with you all is push may come to shove. Maybe in the near future, who knows? But if we find out who's behind all this, and who has been killing Marines on their own side, there won't be a court-martial. It's going to be something swift, and we might need backup.
Very bold of you to reach out to me. But I hear what you're saying and I respect what you're doing. As you said, O'Connell, we're soldiers fighting for our people, our countries, our homes. I'll do whatever I can to defend the UPP. But these weapons not have been my first choice. That goes beyond me. As I have stated, the entire Darkstar program was in retaliation to what we now know as this Project Life Force. I can't promise the full support of the UPP, but I can guarantee the support of myself and my ship, troops under my command. If you have a decisive blow that needs to be struck, I might be able to help.
I presume, maybe you've seen acts against your own people, by your people as well, in this endeavor, regardless who began all this. Like you said, it's gone out of control. So, we can guarantee, we can make sure at least the squad is behind you as well, should you need to take any action.
Okay. So where do we begin?
It's just,
Well,
we gotta probably just wait until we hear from Mishka.
that'll give us names, hopefully.
All right.
Set up a pickup spot. Let you know on that.
We can get the information. Hopefully, they don't. They keep the word, Mishka, and this other synth. We get the information we need. Get the names we need. Give you the coordinates. So once we're done with business with them, you come in and scoop them up. Will be a mutually beneficial occurrence.
That could work.
Maybe the first time in many years between UPP and Marines.
Indeed. All right. So I wait to hear back from you then?
I think so, yeah.
All right. I'll send you another encrypted channel. Once you know something, let me know.
All right, sounds good.
And with that, she ends the call.
I'll slams back and leans back hard in his chair and fucking lights a cigarette.
I think that went better than, could have been expected, actually.
She could have said "fuck you," yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. We still gotta contact Mika.
Well, we just gotta wait for...
Weaver's like, Man, we're gonna end up in jail, aren't we?
I think jail is the best possible fucking scenario here.
They're gonna throw us in those moxes.
But we, he kind of pauses. We're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And it feels good to do that after doing a whole lot of not the right thing for so long.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I gotta keep my word to my family.
Someone's gotta stop these maniacs.
Yeah.
Who's to say when the war's not over, if it's even ever going to be over, that they don't just start releasing this on, poor communities to wipe them out?
Or they just lose control of it altogether.
Yeah.
Like we saw down there, it mutated and wasn't acting like it was supposed to.
Yeah, they don't seem to exactly have a great track record here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
just
so,
shouldn't be fucking with it.
As they said in a great ancient film from hundreds of years ago, it's treason then.
All right. Well, you guys finish that up, and it is a few days later when it appears most of the repairs are complete on the Tambatam, and you guys depart Mount Tithonius to parts unknown to go back on patrol and eventually for whatever mission might be next. You are placed back into cryosleep, and that is where we will take our halfway point break.
And we're pulled out of cryo surrounded by military police.
Oh, beans.
You think they use military police? Oh man, that's getting off
It's
easy,
a-
buddy.
It's a frame freeze, so you're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Record scratch. Da-da-da-da-da.
All right, let's take 5. We'll be right back, folks. Peace.
BRB.
Nobody tell Eric what happened. I want to see his face next week when we let him know that we fucking
In
The
person.
recap happens.
So, Cerberus Squad defected to the UPP.
You guys should wait until
We're live.
no, you should wait until until the moment when she actually shows up. And you guys are all just like totally chill. He's like,
Hey, what's up, Boo Boo?
fucking open fire.
Do like a secret handshake. Like, wham.
Nah, it's chill, dude. It's chill. No, I love how I'm playing O'Connell. O'Connell is a stark contrast to to an elf I'm playing in Dragonbane, and the elf is like an intellectual, reserved, very quiet. I'm trying to play Eoin like he just can't. He cannot stop talking. It's so difficult for him.
I like O'Connell.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
All right, we're back. We have Dr. Pepper. I haven't gotten the black cherry stuff yet. I'm gonna buy it this week, so we'll have to pass judgment next weekend on it.
Mm-hmm.
However, that is for another time. You guys eventually awaken from cryosleep. It is not to the sound of warnings or klaxons. It is a normal wake up. It is not to a brigade of MP or aliens or Weyland-Yutani commando squad. It is actually to Roy, who, as you guys wake, says, "Good morning, Marines. When you can, please, Corporal, have your squad ready in the ready room for your next assignment. Sergeant Zimborski is waiting."
Oh.
Still no LT, huh?
Roy says, "No, the lieutenant has been reassigned."
Oh.
Do we have details on the reassignment? You know what? I'll find out.
It looks like he's about to answer. When you say that, he doesn't finish what he was about to say, and he says, "I'll leave you to it, Marines."
Wait,
Sergeant-
you know? I just assumed all of the odd things that have been going on. Well, I guess mostly just Schmidt. But
I'm
do you
sorry.
know?
What, O'Connell? Do I know what?
Do you know where she was reassigned?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Right. Okay. Let's move on.
As you were. And he says, like, be in the ready room in 10 or something like that. We've got a bit of a situation.
Oh, man.
When
Get
do we
dressed.
not have a situation here?
Right. Yeah. It's kind of the nature of the job, I suppose.
So the group of you make your way to the ready room, or the briefing room.
Does that
Sergeant,
include Weaver and Herschel?
yes, they are awoken, and the sergeant is waiting for you. Gives a nod to Tagar as you guys walk in. Tagar salutes, and you guys all start to have seats. He says, "All right, Marines, we've got a bit of a situation on our hands. It seems the cult has made their big move.
Oh, shit.
Those lunatics have landed and taken up hostages on Arcturus. They've got locals, they've got humans, and they've dropped QTC on one of our marine outposts there. They're led by this crackpot, and you see this picture pops up of a man who looks like he's probably in his 50s or 60s. His hair is almost stark white. He's got fairly large mutton chops down to about where his mouth is, on the sides. Otherwise clean shaven. Bit of a jowly face. Obviously a heavier set guy. Big bushy white eyebrows. Piercing blue eyes. Otherwise unremarkable looking. This is the man that you see. This is Jonas Rudy. At least that's how I think it's pronounced. I'll put it in chat for you guys. You tell me if you think that would be pronounced differently. I don't know.
Sounds about right.
Jonas, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Where's our European friends when we need them?
Honest. Ugh.
Grand Seer Jonas Rudy. Some say Fields. He's the head of the cult. Intel says they intend to wipe out Arcturian culture by destroying their art and their relics. Their ship made a low approach over planetside, over a trading outpost, and dropped a drum of QTC on our marine station, killing 27 of our own. At last report, they've massacred over 250 Arcturians and humans near the planet's cultural center, the Grand Kavas. They flooded the area with nerve gas, and they've taken 2 or 3 dozen hostages as shields. And to top that off, we think they have a nuke. Your job is to get in there, free the hostages, take Janus and any of his top lieutenants alive for interrogation, secure any surviving Arcturian relics for protection. We need to keep civilian casualties at an absolute minimum. The politics surrounding Arcturus are sensitive, to say the least. We can't just have the shit hitting the fan here. Then, he pulls up another picture, which I have to find. And he says, this... where is it? He said, he continues, one of the hostages is a Gelgad Institute brain, Tajal Al-Hawalia. Apparently, she's connected to a UAAC Special Project Division. We want all the hostages to come home, but protecting her and whatever sensitive data she might have is paramount. And you see that he pulls up an image of a woman who looks like she's probably of Middle Eastern descent. Large rimmed glasses, otherwise wearing a scientist's outfit, white lab coat, and she's got a kind of matching headdress turban to match that. Looks like she's probably in her late 20s, early 30s. He says, do not fuck this up, Marines. This order comes direct from UAA Command. Once you have the hostages free, call it in. We're going to have Chimera Squad on backup and 4 dropships standing by for evac of the civilians. Any questions?
Do we know roughly how many of the cult are down there?
Sporadic reports indicate anywhere from 2 to 4 dozen.
Okay.
It's probably not the entire cult, but it's definitely what we would imagine a full cell to be. And if Janus is indeed down there, it's something big.
Yeah. They got any armor?
Not to our knowledge, no.
Do we have any information on the nuke and its whereabouts?
Something that gotten through comm chatter. Hostages think that they've seen what they believe appears to be a warhead.
Any other high-ranking members of the cult that we should know about that's on this planet?
None by name. I'm sure if there's any there, they'll be with him.
Any reported sickness or ailments during this encounter?
Just the nerve gas.
That's a sickness of death, isn't it?
You'll be provided with your rebreather masks. It's been a couple hours since nerve gas was dropped, but it's still probably lingering. Mother's also going to supply you up with some breaching charges in case you need to break through any obstacles or barricades they may have set up.
Okay. Do we have, schematics of the area?
Let me see.
I'm liking these questions, boys. We're finally learning to ask fucking questions.
We're only in Act 3, the 11th hour.
Right. We can ask questions.
Yeah, who's the final boss? Could you tell me that, please?
Is there going to be
I
a
asked-
coon down there?
I asked a lot of questions at first, and all of them just happened to be what he just said, so I stopped.
Okay. You're not wrong.
Fair enough.
So, he does pull up this schematic for you guys to see.
Holy shit.
Here's a layout. Arcturus, typically a wintry planet. Not
I have a
much.
question.
Yeah,
About the butt pass.
I don't
Butte?
think that's how it's pronounced.
It's Butte, Reed? Butte.
Even if it was butt, you would say bootay pass.
The booty pass.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Did you mention these cultists having any kind of demands?
All they've said is to stay back.
So they took hostages with no demands. So they have some kind of operation probably going on that they don't want interrupted.
Yeah, they're doing some shit.
That's what it seems. So,
What the fuck would the exit plan be then?
well, their ship is still down there, but it's parked right in the Grand Kvass, so we can't strike it, so we take out the whole building. So, take a look. Grand Kvass is a cultural center for the Arcturians. Series of circular... what's the way to describe it? He looks to Roy, and Roy steps forward. Imagine, if you would, the Colosseums of old, although rather than being up, something that's been built down into the ground. This is typically how the Arcturian culture is designed here. The Grand Kvass is used as a meeting center for their people, and there's a nearby trading post, and there was a colonial marine station here as well. The Arcturians are the first sentient life that humanity ever discovered, and as such, it was not long before everyone and every corporation was here on the planet trying to take advantage of the situation. Needless to say, it's a delicate political climate. Arcturians have been friendly for the most part, but they have been exploited as well by various entities out there. Typically, they have subterranean layers, I suppose would be the correct term, that they use for their domiciles, built into the sides of the buttes. And buttes are kind of like raised plateaus, and they build their settlements in the side of them. The Grand Kvass is where they meet. They sometimes use as a center of worship, center of cultural gathering, also record keeping, things of that nature. The cult is somewhere inside.
Well, we are anything but delicate, so no worries there.
So, player question.
Mhm.
Do we, as characters, know what the Arcturians are? And we've heard of them before, and we know like what they look like?
You do. Where's my book? So, the Arcturians, for those of you that have been keeping along at home, may recall them being mentioned in Aliens when the Marines are having the infamous cornbread scene. They joke about actually having hooked up with Arcturians. So the Arcturians are a sentient alien race that was the first that humanity ever encountered in the alien universe. They come from the planet Arcturus, and they more or less are humanoid. But they seem to revere what they refer to as the Star Teachers, which they believe are these gods that are going to one day return to them. And so when a ship shows up on Arcturus, they tend to gather around in the Grand Kvass, hoping that the Star Teachers have returned. Basically, initial contact was fairly okay. It wasn't anything disastrous. There wasn't a war or anything like that. But it turns out that Arcturians share quite a bit of DNA with humanity. And it's believed that perhaps they are maybe an offshoot of humanity, or some might believe that you are all descended from the same beings or creatures. Obviously, it was not long before companies, in particular Weyland-Yutani, began to exploit the planet and the people. However, maybe exploit's not the right word, because Weyland-Yutani actually made what many people would consider a strong public move, in that they, rather than keeping it secret that this alien race had been discovered, they made it public knowledge, and then were able to secure rights to basically being really the only corporation that has really any sway on Arcturus. So they make a shit ton of money from being the only corporation that's allowed to visit Arcturus and conduct research.
Okay.
Weyland-Yutani claims it's to prevent the Arcturians from being exploited.
Okay.
But most people read between the lines. It just means it's Weyland-Yutani's the one that gets to do the exploiting. Typically, Arcturians more or less look like humans. Let's see if we have an actual description here. Okay, although the Aboriginal Arcturian people are near human, they differ slightly in appearance, exhibiting pale, mostly translucent skin, graceful limbs, small noses, dark straight hair, and large, soulful eyes. They are of stunning grace and beauty. They wear stitched fabrics and animal hides, and use natural charcoal and phosphorus chalks to draw intricate patterns on their own bodies. Arcturians are gender fluid, assuming male or female identities and roles as the communal needs of their society shift. While most of the Arcturians are artisans, there are worn hunter-protectors that they are referred to as guardians. Guardians wear woven fiber armor made from thick, layered reeds. Their weapons of choice are carved bone knives with intricate carvings, and handheld javelin-hurling lever called an atl, I guess. Those with more modern sensibilities arm themselves with bolt guns, a tool they've learned to use during the invasion of the CANC, and they have readily taken to human firearms as well. While they are more than capable of waging war, Arcturians prefer to settle conflicts peacefully. Some have embraced human technologies, taking roughneck jobs on the Weyland-Yutani farm and trading post. Many more have learned to speak both English and Chinese. They are thoughtful, introspective people who do not tolerate theft or vandalization of their Star Teacher artifacts and architecture. Arcturians will not leave their world. They are simply waiting for the Star Teachers to return. So
they're primitive, kind of?
Yes. There's one more thing here. While not technologically affluent, the nearly human Arcturians are nonetheless advanced. Their society and technological level can be likened to that of Mesoamerica civilization discovered by the Mayan peoples. Arcturians live in tribal groupings they call warrens, a word they also use to describe their mesa carved homes. Their architecture is similar to that of both Mayan and ancient Pueblan peoples. Arcturians have highly developed writing system and are known for their art, fungi culture, natural pharmaceuticals, complex mathematics, theoretical quantum physics, and their astronomical system. Contact and trade with the Arcturians led Wei Yu to develop new medicinal and FTL technologies based on their fungiculture, astronomical equations, and metaphysical theories. So they're space Mayans, I think is what this is saying, basically.
Okay.
A lot of big words in there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they do not have any artwork in the book, so it's up to your imagination, guys. That's all I got.
Yeah. Next question. Can you put that Gelagod Institute person's name in the chat?
Well, you can't remember Dr. Tejwal Al-Hulwalia?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Tejwal Al-Hulwalia? Did I spell that right?
I don't know.
Let's see. All right, we'll put this here.
Okay. Great.
Did I spell it right? Oh. A-H-L-U-W-A-L-I-A.
Okay.
It's pretty close.
Simple mistake. Yeah. Do we know what she was doing down here?
Let me check the notes. He says negative.
What about her specialty?
All we know is she's assigned to a special project division under UAA command.
It's Special Project Division?
A special project division.
Okay.
Not the special project division.
Right. Cool. All right. Sweet. That's all the questions I got, boys.
What does this sonic fence do?
That's what I was going to ask.
Well, like many planets we've visited, Arcturus has its own indigenous life. There are critters down there. What the hell are they called, Roy? Arctura, sir. Kind of primate, ape-like type creatures. But they are highly sensitive to noise. Sonic devices such as the fence help keep them away from areas that we'd rather not have them be.
Does this fence pose an issue for us getting through it if we need to?
Just make sure you have proper ear protection and you should be fine.
Okay.
All right. Anything
Where's
else?
the did we discuss where the LZ's gonna be?
That's up to you.
Okay.
There's two entrances into the Grand Kvass. There's the main gate, and there's the residential gate.
Copy that.
Get down there, assess the situation, decide on the best course of action. Tagar's like, understood. All right. Well, get moving. Those hostages ain't gonna save themselves.
I mean, they should.
Remember, as soon as you got them secure, you call it in. We'll send in Chimera Squad to pick them up.
Right.
Well, obviously, I should have mentioned Chimera Squad is here as well as you guys are being debriefed. Looks like basically the whole platoon is on call for this one. And when you guys get into the hangar, all four drop ships are being prepped.
Okay.
Or I should say, it looks like you guys have been given 2 more drop ships. You only had 2 before. Now the whole hangar is filled with 4, and they are being prepped.
Okay, let's get this done.
Yeah, so we want to go in quiet, right? Quiet is better.
Also, everyone be sure you take a rebreather mask From
Yeah.
gear. What is it under, though? I distinctly looked this up last week, so I would know the answer, and...
It's under armor hazmat suits.
Armor.
Full face rebreather mask.
There you go. It should have an air supply of 2. And if not,
Yep.
just change it to that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Can I request a silencer from Mother?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think silencers would be good. I need to swap my NSG-23 for a regular M4A1 pulse rifle.
Oh yeah, that's standard issue kit, so you don't even have to request that. Can the silencer go on the other guns, Sean, or just the rifle?
Let me. I have to check Cruz because he's the one that has it. But yeah, it says it can just be attached to weapons. I think.
I mean, you can put a silencer on the M4 in Counter-Strike, right? So.
Right. It's a muzzle suppressor.
You know, I know.
There's
There's not such a thing as a silencer. Like, come on, we're beyond that.
Well, hold on. It just says, just remember that anyone calling it a silencer is full of shit nothing.
I know.
And
And you also get 2 breaching charges.
Yeah, so muzzle suppressors are available for a variety of firearms ranging from pistols to sniper rifles.
Yeah, I think... Should we actually try a stealth mission here? Sure, you guys can take silencers.
Nice.
Noise suppressors.
Dick.
Super cool, bros.
Is there a silencer for Tagar's shield and knives?
The knife is the silencer.
Fact.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
In Soviet Russia, knife is silencer.
Can I ask for extra ammo and electroshock grenade?
Yes.
How much extra ammo?
Standard. Probably let you take 2 extra clips. If you want more, you'll have to make a test. And grenades, she'll let you have 2. If you want more, you have to take a test.
I would like 3 reloads for my M4A1.
Well, you get 2 standard.
1A.
So, you can take 2 extra.
A feeling... 2 more, so total 4.
Yes.
Would also like a knife.
I don't need that many, maybe just...
You take a knife, no problem.
Why the fuck is the rebreather so heavy?
Because
Half
it
a kilogram.
protects you from...
There's a lot of stuff that goes into filters. I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
I will also request electroshock grenades.
Bro, it lets you breathe underwater, okay?
Silly me.
Like a regular gas mask can't do that.
I want a sword.
Well, I want a winning lotto ticket, okay? We don't all get what we want, sweetheart.
Dude, Mother is sassy tonight. Like, have you guys seen that? Have you guys ever seen this response in the system? Look at this.
I asked for a sword and she acts like it's unreasonable. That bitch.
Oh, also a Naproli take on go.
Oh yeah, I've got a dose.
You can normally take 1 dose of Naproleve without having to ask. Well, you have to ask, but she'll grant it, unless your name is PFC A Cruz.
Alexander Cruz.
Yeah, then you're on a watch list.
Can anybody hold a cutting torch?
Yeah, I've got some kilograms left. I can hold a cutting torch.
Okay,
How many breaching charges were we given again?
2 in total.
2 in total.
Why am I so
Who's holding on to those, or if any?
Put him on Tagar.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Load him up.
He's got the muscle.
Like we did to Elijah.
Every time someone's not here, their guy becomes
They're
the
the mule, yeah.
Hell yeah.
What is all this shit on my character sheet, bro? That's awesome.
Is Cruz has a ghillie suit. Is there like a winter version of that in case we have to fucking?
Oh, so well, I think I lost my train of thought, or no, I got interrupted by Reed's butt joke.
Oh yeah.
What the sergeant would have finished saying is, while the planet is normally on the colder, wintry climate, all the civilization of the Arcturians is on basically the equator, because that's the habitable zone. So it's not like you're not expecting winter conditions. It'll probably just be a little bit colder, but it's not. It's basically deserty terrain out here, but it's cold desert. But there's no snow. Okay, what'd you guys get? A rebreather mask? I gotta put that on his character sheet here, and full face rebreather mask. If he takes... Oh, he probably doesn't have the UPP compression suit on him. I'm gonna assume that's gonna go to the locker. Yeah, that's heavy as shit.
Someone have a motion sensor?
I do not.
I could definitely grab one.
I'm gonna request polymer rope also from Mother.
Sure.
Thanks.
Where are these fucking breaching charges? Here we go.
So
Okay.
we get 2 reloads, and if we want more, we have to request them?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to request more reloads.
Okay, so let's take 2 more standard. If you want more than that, you gotta make a test.
Okay, that's fine.
Tagar is basically at capacity once we give him the breaching charges. Probably carry like one tiny item after that, but that's it. He's got enough room for one more knife.
I would like one Mox grasping claw.
Just
Yeah.
get in the Mox, bro.
Yeah, there's a program you can sign up to try one of those out.
No, you misunderstand me. I want to look like a 40k war boss.
Ooh, yeah.
Wrong game,
I
bro.
have an artificial arm. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Eric's already got that covered. Oh wait, he's dead.
Technically, he's floating through space. We could save him.
No. Critical hit from a Nova cannon. There's the only thing floating in space are your dust particles.
That's
Which,
enough, bro. They're
No,
funky.
which was
the
the
dust.
bigger motion tracker? Was it the 14 or the 16?
You gotta check the description. I don't recall off the top of my head. Okay, while you guys are doing this, Cruz,
Oh, shit.
you notice that you're dead.
Oh,
The game is over.
At least I figured it out, yeah.
No, you notice while you guys are getting ready that you have a message waiting for you.
Well, Cruz isn't going on the mission, remember, because he's, drug addict, so he might not have even been pulled from cryo.
I think for this situation, he definitely would have been pulled from cryo.
Okay.
So, well, he might not be going out on the mission. He definitely is pulled from cryo.
Okay. Yeah,
And-
I'll go check my message.
Okay. Is it Sean in Foundry? Yeah. Okay, hopefully this works. And you see that you have a message. I'll put it here. Feel free to read it for the listeners, and we'll assume if you want to share it with the squad or not. It's up to you. And I need to use the facilities really quick.
Okay. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, so Cruz would pull you guys all aside and then let you know that he received a message from his cousin. Alex, took a lot of digging, but I finally tracked down your LT. She's been reassigned to Lamont Station Prime. Scheduled to arrive within the week on orders of Colonel Spears. Having a hard time getting any solid answers, I've also discovered a few other transfers, but none of them are UA. Commandant Volkov. These two kids, Anita and Salvatore. Maxim Maslov. Hua Min. Major Pilshemiu, and even Dr. Balaz. Any of these sound familiar? These are all people your squad has brought back from previous missions, all signed off by Spears. Why here of all places? I'll see what I can find out. Okay, so Spears is up to something funky. Again.
Do you recognize all those people?
Well, Balaz, yes.
Volkov was the commander I think we got from the station we met Mishka at.
Yes.
Two kids are the two kids we found in the hotel, I think.
Yes.
Maxim was Sergei's friend on the space station, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Hua Min was the Asian chick we just saved, and we would have also saved the other guy. Pilshemiu was the person who was turning into the egg, and Dr. Balaz is Dr. Balaz.
Give that man a prize.
Almost like I've been taking notes the whole fucking time.
I think you should get a story point. I'm just throwing that out there.
I agree. I think that deserves a story point, because it was all off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I didn't even have to look at my notes.
Yeah. Good play right there. GM could not ask for more.
Well, believe me, there's plenty more I can ask for.
God damn, okay. Well, just tell me you hate me.
Full 4-person group, for starters, would be nice. Can't even get that.
Okay, if I could go remove the sickness from my friend, I would.
Oh.
But I can't.
Anyway. You guys, ready?
Do we know where Lamont Station Prime is?
You do.
Ooh.
Lamont Station Prime is the place where your cousin basically works out of. It is
what?
Yes. So, Lamont Station is two things. It is a type of space station, but there are several of them. If we go to the military map here, back where we were, you see this area called the Crestus Cluster, where you see Crestus Prime, Garrison Beta, Delta, Alpha, Gamma. It is one of the most heavily fortified areas of UA space, and it is where your cousin has her primary work office. Crestus Prime is the main system, and all of these, for the better part of a decade, were heavily reinforced, primarily with Lamont stations that were put near some of their main planets or habitable planets. These are massive space stations that look like a series of rectangular pillars standing vertically, and they are attached. There's usually 6 to 9 of those pillars, and they are attached by basically railways for like a tram system. And they can be used for places to refuel and rearm warships, weapons labs, barracks, offices, all sorts of stuff. And Lamont Station Prime is basically HQ for that area. So, as I said, your cousin, that's actually where her office is. So, it's kind of like the Pentagon in a way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, you would know Lamont Station Prime is in Crestus Prime.
Okay.
And then each of the garrison systems has at least one Lamont class station in it. So, a lot of higher ups, not all the higher ups, but a lot of higher ups, or important people would have their work there, basically, their office.
Okay. So, I would explain all of that to any of the other squad mates who might not know.
No, you guys all know that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Would it be normal for, like, the UA to send prisoners of kind of all variety just there?
Give me a... I would say wits at +3.
Okay. Would I be able to use my analysis talent?
What does that do?
You can roll for observation, which is wits, to gain insight regarding strange and alien artifacts. Oh, no, never mind. I feel like this talent is kind of shitty then. Okay. Wits at +3.
What else? What else does analysis do? Is that the scientist one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use it. Sure.
Okay. Alright, so then I will roll observation at +3. I'm slightly better at that. Two successes.
Crushing it.
Love it.
Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, jeez.
You would know that is super unusual.
Okay.
Like, why would you bring a prisoner to the Pentagon?
Yeah.
Like, do they even have holding cells? That seems really weird.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, guys. They're bringing all these prisoners to the station, which seems super fucking weird. Do you think they're gonna, like... We're kind of already talking about maybe a coup. Is he trying to coup using these prisoners?
That, or they're having like meeting with Congress, interview people with Congress there,
Well, but my cousin didn't even know. She had to dig for this.
So, Reed, I will let you make a wits roll at +3 here.
Or they're getting black bagged. They don't want them in a regular prison or POW facility.
Yeah. Well, because these are all people we've had interactions with and who maybe have seen...
A +3.
Yep.
I'll say there's no way your wits is 0. I know you're not
Literally
that
impossible.
You're not that sharp of a stick, but come on, give yourself some credit, kid.
Oh, I don't know why it rolled 6. Okay.
Shouldn't it be 6?
Yeah. Okay. But I should have only rolled 3 more.
That's fine. That's fine. You would know you've recently heard that there is a summit being held, but it is not at Crestus Prime. There is a summit being held, which you realize is probably what Ishigara was talking about in his message to O'Connell. There is a summit being held in a system called LV... Where is it? 846. This is a UA controlled system or planet. And there is a summit of the Joint Chiefs that is being held there. And there are supposed to be a bunch of high-ranking officials from the UA, the Three World Empire, and the UPP to try to diffuse the rising tensions due to the border bombings and what has now become the Frontier War. Unfortunately, with only one success, you don't know any names of anyone in particular that's going to be there, but you do know it's going to be a bunch of higher-ups.
Yeah, I would relay that and just add on, they're probably just gathering at that point and then all taking one ship out to this summit. That's what I would imagine.
Okay.
And don't ask me where on the map where that is, because I have no idea. It's from the novels, and I don't know if it's in. We'll assume it's somewhere on this side of the map, because that's where the Frontier War has been happening. So, I don't even know if it's on the map, because this novel came afterwards. So
you're saying there's a peace summit?
basically, yes.
So there's a peace summit.
That's why when you read Ishigara's message, you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because you hadn't heard about it yet.
Wait, yeah. Okay, so this is what he was talking about.
Guess that adds
If
up.
there was some kind of coup going on, the last thing that a fucking wacko raising monsters for a war would want
Peace.
is peace.
So they're shipping in all of these UPP prisoners, and the Black Guard that work under Spears took a bunch of those urns with black goo, which we know turns people into monsters.
Holy shit, what if they're gonna fucking bomb it and blend the UPP?
Yeah.
It is at this
Holy
point,
shit.
Tagar is like, he comes in, he's like, all right, time to go. We gotta saddle up.
All right, good luck, guys. I'll respond to my cousin and see if I can clue her into what we just figured out. Maybe.
Yeah, make sure she's not gonna be there for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm telling her not to be there.
Well, it didn't even seem like she knew about it, so I doubt she is.
Oh, I'm
Come
telling her
on,
not to be-
Marines, let's go.
Not to be at her workplace. Work from home for
We're
a
about
few
to get
days.
stabbed
Yes,
by Tagar.
Dad.
We gotta go.
Yeah, all right. Good luck, guys. I'm going to be detoxing on the ship away from nap relief.
All right. So you guys load up into the dropship. Weaver is, looks like she's kind of back to her old self. She's got new speakers fully installed. Looks like she's really made Trial by Fire her new replacement ship at this point after a couple missions. She cranks up some old classic tunes, and you guys take your express elevator to hell, as they say. And you guys get some artwork to show you what the orbital view looks like as you are descending towards the surface of Arcturus. Because even from up in orbit, you can see there are massive open flatlands where somehow, whether it's something they've drawn or assembled or some sort of architecture or mechanical construction, you can see massive images that are on the surface of the planet. Various... they look kind of like... I guess kind of like hieroglyphics in a way, but massive, massive images you see of these tall, huge humanoid beings looking down on what you're assuming are the Arcturians and other strange things. And let me...
Do it, Sean.
Don't you fucking dare.
Do it, Sean.
Okay.
Too slow, too slow.
I was taking notes. You had all the chances. Listeners, it was pitch black. We couldn't see. Your shame will be known.
So that is what you see as you are descending.
It's rad.
That's pretty dope. Imagine like how actually large that has to be on the planet.
Yeah.
That's like Great Wall of China scale.
That's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
It'd have to be it's mega thick, too.
Oh yeah. Oh, we like them thick
Yeah, thick.
with 2 Qs.
All right. So you are descending, and whoop, that is the wrong file. Hold on. Is this it? Okay. So as you break through the surface, or through the atmosphere, you can see that the bluish icy hue of most of the planet begins to fade away as you get closer to the equatorial region, and you can see that this is much more arid. It's a little bit greener, obviously hues of brown from dirt and dust. Very rocky terrain, punctuated by the buttes, which are, again, they're kind of like plateaus that are sticking up. They're almost glittering or sparkling with the native fauna that you find down here on Arcturus. And you see that there are large lakes dotting the landscape, and they are beautiful, placid, with a mirror reflection. Imagine, picture perfect nature scene on Earth that has yet to really be destroyed by industry or pollution. As you guys break through the atmosphere, you can see basically shimmering auroras in the sky, as the way the day-night cycle works on Arcturus. It's basically constantly twilight because the sun is always low in the horizon. And many of the shrubs and mosses that you see covering wherever there's vegetation is almost kind of ultraviolet and kind of has that kind of glowing hue to it. Truly does feel like an alien world. As you guys soar over these Star Teacher signs, it becomes apparent that these are made from glowing luminescent rocks that have been painstakingly gathered and laid out, you're guessing over the course of years, if not centuries, to make these massive, massive signs that you can see from the sky and from orbit.
It's a lot of rocks.
Yes. And it's even more eerie because the rocks have been gathered to such a degree that all the open area almost looks pitch black compared to the glow of the signs, because there are literally no other rocks left on the rest of the surface.
Sick.
In the
Visual, that would
northern...
be so cool.
Yeah, in the north, you can see there is a canyon, which you guys can see standing out of the canyon on four massive, basically stilts, big pillars. There is a, what do they refer to it as? It's a colonial rig, which is basically it's a station that has these massive conveyor belts that bring stuff up from the ground up to the rig where it's processed. You're guessing either minerals or maybe vegetation, like food sources. It's multi-level, so you would imagine there's probably places there where the staff live, in addition to offices and workshops and workspaces. In the south, you can see a massive open area where there used to be farms from the company Bionational, but they look relatively empty and scarce from up here. And where it says station, that is where the Colonial Marine outpost is, which you can see basically has a black plume of smoke billowing up from it. So, Weaver says, all right, where are we dropping? Also, you guys are in the APC because it's massive, massive scale out here.
I would almost think the farms. My kind of idea. Looks abandoned.
Oh, the bionational farms.
Yeah.
Well, we could
Gotta
also
deal
drop.
with the fence.
Yeah, we could drop in at the Marine station. Use the plume of smoke as sort of cover, and then pick up any dog tags that are left behind.
That will be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, station it is. Hang on. She soars around, brings you guys near the outpost, brings the dropship down. As it does, the glow of the burning station is emanating more and more. And once you guys land, the ramp drops from the dropship, and Broderick, you take the APC out with the four of you aboard, and you are now on the planet.
Nice. So we want to go through the station first, now.
And once she drops down, the ramp pulls back up, and Herschel begin to lift off, and you hear the crackle through the comms. All right, you guys are ready. You let us know. We'll pick up the hostages, get them out of here so they're out of harm's way. Stay safe, squad.
You too.
And you see she pulls away, and they begin to disappear out of sight as they go over the buttes.
So is the station like actively still on fire?
Oh yeah, it's like a small torch.
Okay, so we probably can't really do anything there.
I feel like we need more exciting music. Wondrous music.
Eye of the Tiger.
Not quite. How about this?
For 30 minutes as we're driving through Butte Pass.
Maybe that's what she was playing on the way down.
All right.
Because other than the burning marine station, it is quite a serene, gorgeous looking environment.
All right.
Well, so
yeah, this looks like a smoldering ruin. So,
So just so you
Actually, we
guys
can do one, too.
understand how to read this map, these dark areas are depressed. Not clinically, just vertically.
cheer them
Oh,
up.
everything is clinically depressed at this point.
That is 100% true.
Right.
Please help me. And then the buttes are the raised areas. And the mid-tone green is ground level, basically.
Okay. Oh boy, thousands and thousands of meters. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 3 miles. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Do we just want to park right up next to that residential gate and go in from there, or maybe kind of hit a corner and try to observe, see if we got any sight on anything?
Well, they said that the arenas or the gathering areas are, they're concave. All right, so hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I figure we just burst through the wall and ride down that motherfucker. Just go right in with the APC. What do you think?
Okay, so the reason we got our silencers was for
Silence?
stealth.
It's called levity. Jesus Christ.
What?
Everyone's so serious nowadays. It's like we're
In a
Okay.
war.
doing things that could potentially get us executed.
Yes, I'm gonna just turn off my body cam right now. Like, yeah, okay. It's been a lot that you guys dropped on me in the last 24 hours of my consciousness. Okay.
No, I understand. The gates might be monitored. All serious jokes aside, we might want to decide where to go in when we get a little closer. If we can get in, maybe these facilities have a ventilation system Something along those lines.
Yeah.
You think that ventilation system would be big enough for us with all our gear?
Possibly, it's a big facility. They would need a lot of airflow.
Yeah, let's get closer and see if we can take a peek. Maybe you want to go down this left booty pass or this right booty pass?
First of all, can we just not?
Oh, I thought you wanted levity.
I make the jokes, okay? Quality over quantity.
This was the first joke I made.
Let it be the last. I can't even say.
You know, O'Connell, fuck you. I never liked you.
Well, that's
Going down as my rival.
No, he was my rival to start. The
Oh,
last time O'Connell and my character, Johnson, met each other, O'Connell was giving him I hate you eyes for talking to UBP people.
Listen, you better watch yourself. He's gonna iron fist you right now, okay?
Oh yeah. Look, I talk a lot when I'm nervous. Okay, let's just doesn't matter which pass we go really. If they are monitoring the residential gate, maybe we should not go down the southern pass.
Okay. Yeah. We'll start driving down this Eastern Butte Pass. Or Western
down
Butte.
the old Western Butte Pass. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Driving them their cattle.
Well, you finally got the Western adventure you wanted, O'Connell.
Huzzah!
So,
Oh shit, I got that dysentery.
dysentery
Consumption.
and tots. So you make your way down the Western Pass, and it is when the APC gets to about here that Broderick, you can tell as you're driving, the ground goes from being hard and pretty straightforward to a little bit slippery. And eventually, you start to slow down, and you realize that the APC has become stuck in what is clearly a massive, like, mud pit.
Sweet.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Get out and push, or
We're not going to be pushing an APC.
it was a. Oh Jesus Christ! You know, I forget that things just fly right over your head unless you're talking to the enemy, and then you're.
Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry.
Serious.
You get to make a piloting roll for this. My mistake.
Okay.
It's not auto stuck.
Yeah, buddy.
Successes.
Okay. So, the APC slips and slides, but you eventually regain some traction. You're able to start to spot some of these areas that look, probably there was maybe recent rain or moisture of some sort, that you can tell there's areas where it looks like cracked earth, but you can start to tell now it's a little bit darker in some spots, and that's where the ground is probably more depressed, so it's soaked more moisture. You start to be able to avoid these as you make your way through.
Sweet.
Hey, good job, comrade.
Now, on either
Yes.
side
Commandant O'Connell.
is the rising walls of the buttes, and you can see carved out are the openings to the Arcturian warrens, and most of them you can see whatever they use for doors are clearly shut, and you don't really see a whole lot of activity. Occasionally you see maybe a torchlight or something like that that's on, or a lantern, but you don't see a lot of people out, and you can tell there's dozens, if not hundreds, of these entrances to these warrens. But you do not really see any Arcturians out at this point. As you come around the side, the massive form of the Grand Kavass kind of looms ahead, It is basically up against the wall here, so there is no way to get around unless you go all the way back around to the back gate. So you can't cross from here to here. You have to go all the way around this way.
Okay.
Same thing over here. You can't like just sneak around this. You'd have to go all the way around. Well, this is actually right up against that too, so that doesn't matter. So you got to come from opposite directions basically to get to the two gates.
Mm-hmm.
You can see in the distance the sonic fence standing there. You can tell it's powered. You know, the lights are on. I guess for lack of a better term, imagine like it would probably
Electric
just
fence?
be like, I was going to say electric fence, but it's not really a. Let's see how they describe this.
Electrified.
Yeah, I guess it's like the Jurassic Park electric fence, but you would know, but because it's a sonic device, it lets off some sort of audible noise to deter the local fauna. You cannot see the main gate from where you are because it's on the opposite side of this particular part of the Kvass. So you'd have to drive out through the gate and then come around. Because there are openings, as you can see, within the sonic fence.
Mm-hmm. And even like if we went on foot, we wouldn't be able to squeeze past this area to the residential gate.
No, it's literally up against the butte.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
like almost carved into it.
Do we see any like people outside at the Grand Kvass, kind of just watching or observing?
No. No, not from where you are, especially, no.
Okay. Well, do we want to ask any of the locals if there's a like alternative way into the Grand Kvass? Maybe there's like an underground tunnel we can take?
Yeah, if we can find one that speaks English.
Imagine the Grand Kvass, the best way to describe it. These are like open pits that have been carved directly into the stone, into the ground. So it's not like a standing structure. It's something that, like this main gate, the residential gate, they're actually like angled paths that go down.
Okay, so like trenches almost.
Yeah, exactly. And this is basically like, for lack of a better term, this right here, these little ones. This is like a road system that connects, and the big circles are each called a kvass.
Okay.
The Grand Kvass is the center one. That's the biggest one.
Gotcha.
It's
So
the
theoretically,
lowest down.
if we like
Drive
snuck
into it.
snuck up, we could just see into it and kind of like drop in.
Yes,
Because they're not like
it's
covered.
correct, but it's like, you know, it's massive, as you can tell by
Right,
the
right.
scale here. So it's like being at the top of like a stadium that was upside down.
Right.
You know? Or I guess like a stadium without a roof on. Basically, it's shaped the same way, right? It goes like down.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the top of the stadium is where flat Earth is.
Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
You got rope.
As all adventurers do, I brought 700 feet of hempen rope with me.
I brought my 20,000 foot ladder.
Extendable.
Portable, obviously.
Yeah. It's in my bag of infinite holding, which none of us ever track, because that's
How
how
long
this
is
works.
the polymer rope?
So like, what, 20 feet, maybe?
45 meters.
Oh, that's actually a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, what, 80 feet?
More than that.
120.
Meters, 3 feet.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's
damn.
about 150, almost just under.
Okay. So, I guess this is our options, right? Do we want to sneak over to one of these areas, drop your polymer rope, and climb down? Which...
I would hate to bring up some past remedies.
Mhm.
But the last time we were down rope, it didn't.
The last time we went down rope? The last time you went down rope, you almost died.
Was it going down a rope so much as it was a free fall, or
Well, there was a rope.
There was a rope, and there was an attempt to go down it, and then I slipped. I think my grip.
Yeah.
Now I will point out that these like streets, they are
underground,
huge.
Oh.
Because again, of the scale of this, so this is a long distance to move on foot between each of these.
So we might need to go to an actual gate and drive through.
Okay, so I guess a question, is our APC able to fit on, like, these streets?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Easily,
okay, yeah.
Easily.
Then
keep,
we should
like,
be...
this right here,
this
is their ship. I mean, so it's big enough for, like, it's not a massive starship, but something like the size of the Nostromo can fit in one of these things.
Oh, holy shit, okay.
I mean, because again, look, if you look at, like, the map,
yeah,
this is probably, like, 3 or 4 squares across, which is, like, well, each square is basically 100 meters, right? So,
right.
400 meters is 1,200 feet, which is, I don't know, 300 yards, which is 3 football fields. I like the football field equation.
I'm picking up on that.
Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to understand what that looks like. So,
yeah,
it's
for
big.
us Americans.
Yeah, it's big.
Okay, yeah. Then we should just loop around and go down the other path. Unless anyone has any other ideas.
I mean, I don't see any alternatives really.
Right.
There's no like vent covers on the ground anywhere or anything like that, or
No, you're like basically out in the desert, so you don't see anything like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd almost recommend we do residential gate.
Yeah.
Because if we go into here, we're going straight into their ship. They'll see us coming a mile away.
Right, they probably got some defenses there for sure. I'm just worried about the noise our APC is going to make and alerting them to our presence. What if they just start killing hostages?
Well, if they start killing hostages, then it's like all bets are off. Then we can go ham. So I doubt they're going to do that.
I don't really see an alternative, honestly. The place is massive. I don't see how they, with just a small detail that they have, would be able to cover the whole fucking place anyway.
Right, they got like
scout out the gate, make sure they don't have any sentries. If they do, we take them out quietly, and then we advance, and it's probably mostly clear from there, except for the occasional patrol.
Yeah. All right, I'll spin us around, and we'll make our way back.
Okay.
Can we not fit through the butte and the building here? Right, yeah, we're right here.
This are you talking about here? This thing that we have now clarified with Chris that is fully built into the system. Twice.
I'm gonna take a quick bio.
Okay.
Now for that you might get a story point for that kind of stuff.
Hey man, I'm here for a story point. You just give me that story point.
Yeah, you want that corruption point, bro? Okay. I will need another piloting test to make it through the mud patches, though.
Okay. Did I have a stunt on mine previous one, or was it 2 minimum?
You had a stunt, I think. Yeah, you had 2 successes, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give myself a +1 modification to this roll.
Sounds good.
Ooh, that was good. That's a good, good use of that.
Couple fish tails around some dangerous corners, but otherwise, you make it to the other side.
Fantastic.
When you do, you can see. I gotta find where on the notes it is. Hold on. Actually, I forgot something. My mistake.
Oh.
Before, so as you guys are here, when you guys are kind of scoping out, once you get around past the mud pits, you notice there is a shape. You can see like a dust trail in the distance. You can see there's something moving towards you guys, about to come through the gate on the ground. Looks like a vehicle of some sort.
Is there like somewhere we can kind of hide the APC?
Could certainly try.
Yeah.
Give me a mobility test.
Mobility or piloting?
Mobility. Stealth test.
Cool. No.
Eee.
I'll push. No.
Eee.
Okay. All right. So you're trying to find like a spot to park the APC, but there's really no good cover out here. And as you do this, you see driving through the fence is what you all recognize as what is called a XT-37 Stinger. It is a small, almost car-like vehicle that is often used out on the frontier, but it is also used in the military as a like fast, light reconnaissance vehicle. And it's got 4 wheels. It's got kind of like a roll cage cover for the pilot seat. And ones that are in the military, typically on the back, they have a turret on the roof just behind the pilot seat. And someone can stand basically on the back of the Stinger and operate that. And to the right of the pilot seat is a little like missile launcher weapon. And I'm trying to find the artwork here to show you guys what they look like.
One of you guys is on the guns, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe now you
We're
are.
both on the guns.
No, I changed my seat when we first got the APC on the board.
Gear. Oh, did you actually open up the character sheet and do it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Oh,
I'll allow it.
love that. That's why Reed's not my enemy right now.
What is delete? What is that?
No one. Wait, enemy? Come on now.
Oh, rival.
Dude,
Yeah, O'Connell, you're the rival.
dude, O'Connell is so out of it, he's not even on the APC. So,
I can't get on there.
try harder, bro.
Maybe you should put me on there.
Technically, I'm not on there either.
Yeah, but at least you
Cruz.
have a character sheet. Yep, okay, well, now there's no one piloting the ship and you all die.
Scaarr.
Where the hell is this artwork? Is it... Oh, it's an actor, that's why. Hold on. Vehicle, UA, Stinger.
Stinger.
Yeah.
And, so this is from the left side of the vehicle. On the right side is where the little missile rack thing is. When it's not deployed, it's flush to the driver's seat, but then basically it can kind of like pop up and then aim up or forward. Any of our astute fans out there will know this is one of the classic toys from the Kenner line alongside the awesome hover tread. And I did actually own this thing, and it was fucking legit.
God.
It was so cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
So you can have a guy sitting on the back, basically standing, and then operating the gun. Or when the missile rack moves back, there's space to stand like in front of it if you want another passenger to hang on while you're driving around. Although then you can't really fire the missile rack because they're standing right in front of it. But the pilot can also operate the weapons without a gunner. But if they have a gunner on the back, you can do that too. And that is what you see come zooming in your direction. And we'll put that guy on the map. And it looks like they've probably seen you.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, that's where we're going to have to call it for tonight. As
No
the
combats.
Stinger. Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky I forgot about that and remembered earlier. Anyway, that's okay.
We were playing for time since we didn't have Tagar.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
all
yeah.
orchestrated.
I will say, Cruz does send a message back to his cousin.
What does
and
he send?
I wrote it out. And he probably also reaches out to Vuvu
Okay.
with Broderick's information.
Okay.
Just gotta get to the fucking bottom. Okay. So that's... Put it in chat. It says, hey Joe, one of our guys heard about a peace summit happening on, I think you said LV 846.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. UPP, UA, and Three World Empire will be there. On our first mission, we met these Black Guard womb soldiers working directly under Spears. They found these urns filled with black goo, which we can confirm turns people into... who come into contact with into some horrible creatures. We think Spears may be bussing these UPP prisoners in to use them as weapons at the peace summit and blame it on the UPP to keep this war going on for whatever reason. So
Okay.
that's what I would send her. And then to Vuvu, just kind of like a summary of got information about some kind of peace summit between UA, UPP, and Three World Empires, but it seems like Spears might be doing something. He's busing in UA or UPP prisoners to one of our higher level government facilities. We don't know why. Let your people know to be careful of the summit.
Okay. All right. All fascinating stuff. Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, sorry we didn't get further in the mission, but we had some good roleplay and some important stuff, I think, that we had to take care of. So we're well and truly into it next week. So we'll start it off with some vehicle combat. And,
Always love that.
We'll see how things go for the squad. Hopefully Eric will be back and no one will die. But if he's not back, I can't make any promises. So
Right.
that's all we got for you tonight, folks. Thanks for stopping by. We will hit you up next week. Same time, same place. Signing off.